Time to go live again, guys. Just gonna wait for everyone to roll on in here. How's everyone doing today? Let me know. I switched over a lot of my audio settings using some new equipment. Let me know if everything's working okay. Cool. Okay, so the live is set up now. Looks like everything's working so far. Nice. Cool. It's been like a month since I talked to you guys. Oh man, it's a lot's happened in the last month. A lot on the development side. I know we've been pretty quiet in terms of what we've actually been working on, but there's been a lot that's been going on our team. Yeah, we've been working on the game like crazy. Tons of updates, a lot of bug fixes this patch. We redid the whole memory system now, so the game's a lot more optimized. A lot more stuff coming soon too, so it's pretty exciting stuff for the last little bit. So yeah. Cool. So who all we got in here coming in? Let's see. Africa, oh Josh, what's up guys? Africa, Josh, how's it going? Star, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, big update today. It's been about a month since we've done an update, so a lot's coming into the patch today. Mostly just like bug fixing and stability, but it's muchly needed. What's up, Ward? How's it going, man? Audio might still be on the quiet side. Okay. How's that, Josh? Is that better? Is that too loud? Perfect for you? Okay. I got this Yeti mic on my desk right here. I might want to move it over close to my mouth. It's good for you? Alright, cool, man. Yeah, it's a new setup, so hopefully it sounds better than the last one. Yeah, as you can see, I moved my room around. I got my TV behind me now. It's very nice. And it's actually in my other room. Yeah, it's much different setup than last time. Yeah, you saw that? You saw me change my logos in the background for you guys? Yeah. And trying to be all professional. We'll give it like 10 more minutes, then I'll get started. Honestly, like I think a lot of the viewership from this will come from the video we share later. Like I think we usually get around 25 people concurrence in here, which is cool. And then I'll share the video later. And then people can go back and watch whenever they want. Kind of see the journey of virtual Battlegrounds, over the next year or so as we're doing this. It'll be kind of fun to be able to go back and see, the different videos. I'm upset because I accidentally didn't save the first couple of videos that we worked on, which freaking sucks, or that we did on Twitch, which freaking sucks. Because those were really awesome videos. Like that first couple video, especially the first one, right? Because that was like the first time, like right when the game launched. It was so exciting. And that's gone now. That's only gonna live in our memories because I didn't know what I was doing and save it properly. But going forward, all the videos will be saved, so that's awesome. So yeah, this will be saved. It'll be uploaded on YouTube on our YouTube channel, CyberDream. And we'll share it all again later, right? I'll edit everything and then share it again later so everyone can see it. But it's really cool to be here live, right? Because you guys can ask me questions or whatever, and I'll get right back to you. So. Yeah. When's Africa going to get? I mean, apparently in the next 30 minutes. Right now, whatever he wants. So. Oh man. Yeah, dude. Man, this game. Virtual Battlegrounds, guys. I didn't know how hard of a VR Battle Royale was going to be to make. And I told you this. I told you guys this, man. So much freaking work, but it's like the game's like I'm actually like really happy with it. Like it sucks, like the bugs suck, but I'm really happy with the game we made. Like really, it's like, it was huge getting to where we are today. Getting the game to where we are today, but we did it. The game's pretty cool, but there's more we're gonna do still. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about all that stuff. I'm gonna talk to you guys about our next steps, about marketing and player counts, and some of the new things we're gonna add into the game. But I want to wait till a few more people roll in. So we'll give it, it's been 5 minutes since I started the stream. We'll give it 5 more minutes. So I think 1:30. think at 1:30 we'll start and we'll really get into some of our next steps and our plans. So in the meantime, if you guys have any immediate questions, let me know, because I'm all yours. So, yeah. Yeah, you can clearly see now my Dragon Ball Z collection behind me. Yeah, I know I tried to show it to you guys, I think, in the last stream, and you couldn't see it, but now you can clearly see it. Words go, thanks. I know, so I actually only own Goku's explicitly because I was like, I don't know, I'm something of a completionist, and when there's like literally like 8 different forms of every character, or not 8, but there's like a lot of different forms of every character. I'm like, well, I can actually own all the different forms of Goku or close to, so, and this is way away from Virtual Battlegrounds, but as you can see, I've got like base Goku, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and then we got Super Saiyan 4 from, the from GT. Then we got God, and we got Super Saiyan God Super, and then we got Ultra Instinct. I think the only one I'm missing is Kaioken. So yeah, dude. Yeah, the Wonder Woman. Like, oh shit, that is pretty sus, dude. No, it's my wife's. Yeah. Yeah, and you can see I got a PlayStation back there, Xbox, as well as Switch. So I got all the different things. I don't pick one or the other. So I actually made those update posts. I also I work on this game a lot, but there's the whole team behind me, right? But so I write a lot of code, I'm a lot of development, a lot of creative. I've actually been moving lately more away from code as a developer and more into like creative and like team management. But I did write up the blog. Glad you liked it. Did this morning. The next one's gonna be really cool. The next update's gonna be really cool. That one's a pretty big update, and I'll talk more about that. But the next update is, we're calling it our MSU, or our mid-season update. That'll be our biggest update this season. It's gonna have a little bit of new content, and it's gonna do some things that we think are really important for fixing the game flow. I think. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and get in a couple of minutes. Yeah, so a couple of minutes. But yeah, and the fixing the game flow. Yeah, that'll be really, really big, I think. And I'll go over that as well as some of the new things we're going to be doing here soon. Exclamation point, scary. Yeah, dude. Did you update the shotgun? No, actually I didn't. That's on our task list though. I think our sound designer's working on that. He's got like a ton of sounds he's doing. There are a ton of new sound effects we're introducing into the game here soon. One of the things we're actually talking about doing is so this isn't like a part of the official talk. One of the things we're talking about doing right now is building an ambient audio system into the game. So right now in the game, when you land into the game world, right, you have one audio track that's playing constantly, and it's a nice track, right? But we need something that's a little more dynamic, right? So we're talking about like, okay, when you like walking up to the beach, you'll hear like the waves, right? And then like when you like walk to the mountain, it'll start blending towards more of like a foresty sound effect, and then you start walking up the mountain, and you'll start hearing wind and that kind of thing. So we're talking about building this like dynamic audio system into the game. That'll be pretty cool. So yeah, that'll be cool. That'll probably be we probably won't do that till probably season 2 is when that'll come out. The spooky. We have a lot of really cool ambient tracks. That'll definitely change the way the game feels. Yeah, speaking of spooky, man, I know October. I love Halloween, dude. We got October right on the corner. We got some stuff planned for October. It's gonna be fun. You guys might not think it's as fun. We're gonna think it's fun. So that'll be fun. I'm pretty excited for Halloween. That'll be a big update then. I think that'll probably be a time when we get a surge of players because of the stuff we're gonna do during Halloween. But I think a really big surge is gonna be our season 2 push, and I'm gonna get more into that later. We have a lot planned for season 2, and a lot of marketing we're gonna do. Really, like honestly, guys, we haven't done any marketing since season 1 launch. We've done like a few Facebook and Twitter posts, but we haven't really done anything. Like when we start marketing again, yeah, I'm pretty confident we can get our numbers up. But I'm gonna get more into this in a bit. I'm giving it 20 more seconds. I'm at 9 minutes and 50, and then a 10-minute mark. We're gonna officially start, and I'm gonna go over everything. Let's see. All right, you guys ready for this? All right, cool. Let me just pull this up. All right, cool. All right, so let's talk about first new features for the game, right? Okay, so this update, we waited about a month. I didn't want to jump right into. I know like we've been doing bi-weekly updates, but I figured let's do something a little bigger this time. And I think going forward, we're gonna change the way we've been doing updates. So we're gonna have our next big update, mid-season update. That's gonna be in probably 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. That'll be our last big update during season 1. That's gonna have some new features in it that are really gonna change the game flow. The big thing being the new lobby system. One of the major issues the game has right now is like finding players and getting into games, right? So this is gonna really help with that a lot because 1, AI is gonna be a lot better. 2, when you click join match, you're actually gonna go right into a match, and there's only gonna be a 5-minute queue time. When I say into a match, I mean you're gonna like in for example Call of Duty Warzone, you like drop from a parachute right into combat. That's exactly what's gonna happen, and so you're just gonna be in there for like a few minutes in combat. While you're queuing basically. So it doesn't really feel like you're ever queuing, and then the match will start. So it's going to have that system built into it, which we think will help a lot with, just kind of like boredom in between matches and waiting around. Should be like right in action, as well as having better bots. So it'll make the game feel more alive. We're also going to like tell you the number of players online as well as other things. So that'll be part of that mid-season update, right? As well as some other features and more bug fixes and general performance. So this patch, guys, should be really performant. I did discover a bug, I think on Friday or yesterday. After a few games, it might start lagging. Just restart if that happens. But this should be the most performant the game's ever been by far. Like the game should be like buttery freaking smooth. And we're gonna do even more in the next update. So like I think we're finally like where the game should have been honestly at launch in terms of performance, and it's feeling pretty good. There's still bugs, but like we're knocking them out. They're getting fixed left and right. That's why we didn't want to add new content for a while. We just focused on like literally polishing, bug fixing, and it's feeling pretty smooth right now in my opinion. Still issues exist, but it's getting there. Okay, so current state, like obviously like the game right now, player counts are super low. I think we have like a couple hundred daily active users in the game, which isn't a lot. So like on average, you're gonna get a couple people online, and it honestly sucks. Like we know it sucks, but the thing is like we could start marketing the game right now and get player counts up. Like we could right now, but I feel like right now is not the time to do it because honestly the game it's not as polished as I want it to be. It's close, but it's not quite there. So really what we want to do is like the team's just like honestly like launching like gave us enough funds to like kind of put all the effort back into the game, right? So now we're like, all right, let's put a ton of effort in the game. So and just like heads down build. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just like really gung ho and developing. Like we're doing like really minimal marketing, and we're gonna keep doing minimal marketing, maybe a little bit more. And so in October we'll do a decent amount of marketing, like late October, mid October when we do the spooky update, but it won't be crazy. A decent amount. We might see some big surges, like maybe we'll do an event or two. We might have like a few hundred online at a time during an event or two, kind of like our season 1 tournament. And then for holiday season, we're really gonna start marketing like crazy. We're gonna get annoying. We're gonna like really get annoying. We're gonna be posting constantly. We're gonna be partnering with YouTubers. We're gonna really go all in at that point because ideally by that point the game will be in a really really good state and it'll be much more shareable, right? So people will go in, they'll have better experiences, they'll share it more. We just don't want to do that yet. I know we were kind of talking about doing like events, that kind of thing, but we just like no, let's just focus on the game. Let's just like get it to where we want it to be and kind of like where we as a community envision it, and then let's go into it at that point. And I'll answer your guys' questions after I go through this whole update. So just like save your questions for me, and I'll go into those questions. Anyway, so mid-season update, that's going to be sometime next month. So this update today, right, was more stability. And we're going to have a spooky update, and really this is going to be like one specific or couple specific things, and they're going to be very cool if you guys like scary stuff. It's going to be cool in general. It's going to be fun. And then so we got season 2, and that'll be probably or sometime in November, and that's when we're going to really be like the holiday season, right? We're going to really go market. I think honestly Virtual Battlegrounds can be a top 10 game on Steam again, and top 10 game on Oculus again. I'm pretty confident we can do that, and we do that just by making the game better. And once the game's better, we market it a lot, and so that's our goal. Like I'm pretty confident our Battle Royale is one of the better Battle Royales, right? And I think there's a want and a desire for that. We just need to polish the game a bit and then market it a bit. So we named the patch Cat. We're big Cat fans. I got a couple cats. I've had cats that pass away. Sad face. So that's the name of the patch. I don't know if you guys realize this, but the way the patches have been going is we've been moving up the hierarchy food chain. So we started out at ant, which was like during like alpha, and then we moved to like fire ant, which is a superior version of an ant. I think it was black ant and fire ant, and then I think it was like some other insect, and then tarantula, and then it was like a squirrel, right? So we've been and now it's a cat, which cat obviously beats squirrel, right? And squirrel beats tarantula. So we're moving up the food chain. I don't know what it's going to be next, but one day we're going to be a dragon or something else, right? That's going to be the epitome of the food chain, right? But we got to keep moving up the food chain. It's tier zoo, right? It's tier zoo, and obviously I'm just making this. I actually did a lot of research on insect tier zoo, and it's extremely complicated, and I don't think anyone has any good answers. I would love to see one day someone make an insect tier zoo. I think there's too many counters. Way off topic. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. All right, so the other big thing we did this update is texture streaming. So this is like techie talk for most of you, but basically, long story short, what this did was in our game we were using a lot of RAM, a lot of VRAM. This is why a lot of people on lower end graphics cards, if you had a 1050 Ti or you were a 3 gig 1060, the game would literally crash when you loaded it. It's because it was loading too much into memory, too much texture into memory. So we built this texture streaming system into the game. Unity makes it easy-ish. It did take a good bit of work, so that everything's not loaded into memory anymore, and things load in as you come in. So this might result in some really low res textures here and there. So if you guys see any, let us know so we can fix it. But overall, we reduced memory by 50%, which means you can be on Discord and play virtual Battlegrounds now without as much issues, right? And for some people, this will really if you had some performance issues before on your lower end graphics card or computer, this might actually completely fix all your issues. Because the memory was a pretty big issue for a lot of people, so that's been almost completely solved. There's still more we want to do to improve memory, but we went from about 8 gigs usage, 8 to 9 to 4, and then for VRAM it went from 6 to 7 to 2 to 3, right? So we cut both those in half, which is awesome. So visual updates. So Jay, who may or may not be here right now, he's been helping do some art. So a little about the team, we're almost all programmers, and so we have some designers on the team that have been crafting stuff too. So Jay's been awesome. He's joined our team. He's been helping us do art. We're going through the whole map right now, and we're literally just okay, what looks like crap, and we're fixing it. One of the first things we really noticed was the bridge looked really bad. So we rebuilt the whole bridge. It looks 10 times better now. There's some other little things, some textures. Our ladders were actually terrible, and now they're pretty decent. The gas station was pretty terrible, and now it's pretty decent. So we're going through and we're fixing a lot of things. So we integrated some new music. I might pronounce this wrong. He's one of our players, Mekuge. Really awesome musician. His music fits right in line with the theme we have in the lobby, so he gave us some of his tracks to use. So check it out. Check out his SoundCloud. And outside of that, guys, for this patch, it was just a ton of bug fixing, a ton of performance. Not little things. For example, the shotgun now doesn't shoot slugs anymore. It's a buckshot. We had an underwater breathing. We knew underwater was really overpowered, and so now if you go underwater for a while, there's a breathing mechanic where you're down there too long, and you start taking damage, and you hear an audio effect. I think I told you guys we knew this a long time ago. We actually finally rebuilt the whole zipline system, just recrafted the whole thing. There might be some new issues with it, but overall it should be much more stable. Long term, it'll be much more stable. It's much more usable. I know a lot of broken ziplines, so it should all be fixed now. Apples heal you over time now. They don't instantly heal you. That was really overpowered. How you just in the middle of combat. So now they heal you pretty quickly, but you can't just abuse the crap out of the system, right? So they heal you over time. Increase height on doors a little more. So you can shoot through fences now. A lot of people, like myself, it was really exploitive how you could not shoot it through a fence, and you could hide behind it. Now you can shoot through fences. You can shoot the bell. Bots dropping a bit earlier. There's a bunch of you guys can read the patch notes. There's a bunch of little things, right? More stuff in there, more bug fixes. I know. So one of the things I know you guys are gonna be mad as hell at me about if I didn't actually fix. I think it's fixed. But I think this is the third time I think we fixed it. Is the scope bug? I'm pretty sure. We think we fixed it. We did some stuff. We tested. We can't reproduce it. But every time I say that, I release a patch, and then you guys go and find a way to break it again. So I think it's fixed, but it might not be fixed. If it's not fixed, I'll hot fix it again. The thing is about it, it's hard to reproduce for us. Usually we have to get a bunch of people playing a lot. And then when we just change some code and we go, okay, this should have fixed it. And then we'll test it. But really, like, we're not playing the game enough to know whether or not we broke it, right? Like, we need you guys to tell us if we broke it. So we'll play it, you know, for a few hours, and we'll like try and break it, and it won't break. And we're like, okay, it's fixed. And then you guys will play it for like 100, you know, because all of you guys are playing, right? And then someone will break it, right? So that's just how it works. That's pretty much everything I have. I mean, the main thing I really want to talk to you guys is just be transparent, like, about the player counts and like knowing, like, yeah, it sucks. We're like really focused on making the game better, like really seriously focused on that. And then we're going to do some marketing in a couple of months. That's really the main thing I want to get across to you guys with today. And we'll talk more about that. I'm just being transparent with you guys. And then obviously, like, yeah, there's the stuff we did. And then we stuff we have planned. I mean, I could talk a little bit about stuff we have planned for season 2. I don't mind talking a little bit about it. Actually, I'm trying to think what I can say. I actually don't know that I can't talk too much about it. Yeah, I mean, we got new weapons coming up. There's definitely going to be some new weapon types, several new weapon variations, new location, as well as 1 or 2 other really, really big things. New types of grenades, and I don't want to say what the 1 or 2 other really big things are right now, so I talk about my team. I don't think it's okay for me to say it. But those big things will definitely change the way the game's played, and you guys can imagine what that is. Anyway, though, that's most of what I want to chat with you guys about. So if you have any questions, it doesn't have to be too long today. This is going to be a super long update. So if you guys have any questions, just like throw them at me, and I'll respond. So Soul Man, what about public events, just little gifts or challenges to win to reach a goal? I love that idea. I think maybe we'll do, and I know I've kind of talked about this. We did the one cash tournament, which I think was a really fun event. But there were a lot of bugs, honestly, at that time, and it sucks when you have money on the line and there's issues. I think we had like a couple of players that like almost made place, but like because of some issues they didn't, which like sucks, right? So I think if we do any more events, they'll have to be like for not cash, so it'd have to be like for skins or something. I think it's a great idea. So I think we're definitely gonna do some free weekends when season 2 drops. But before then, I would like to do some more tournaments and a couple more events. So the spooky thing, I think we'll definitely do an event for, and then potentially some kind of tournament or another tournament or 2. Actually, I think Virtual Battlegrounds is a great game to have like tournaments for. So I think we'll do another tournament or 2, and I think we'll probably do skins associated with them. Actually, I really had a lot of fun with them, but I'd like to build a spectator system and some other things before I do another tournament. I haven't been pushing it. So we might do some more casual events first, like the spooky event, and then we'll like start thinking about, okay, let's do maybe a serious event in October or November. Maybe November will be our first like next big tournament. But we'll see. I mean, I'm open to different ideas. Let me see if you already know I'm here to help. Appreciate it, Silent Brian, man. Yeah, thanks for testing yesterday, my dude. Hey, Sour Girl, what's up? How you doing? My main question concerning player count. Most of your games don't want Quest, now healthier and even better. Is something we're considering? We are considering Quest. It's not in our immediate future, though. Like we feel like to do the Quest port of the game should be mostly done first, and it's not mostly done yet. I don't think it'll be like 1.0 version done until at least next year. So we could do it. It's very likely we'll do a Quest version and even a PlayStation version. We're actually in talks with both those people, but it won't be until next year, most likely. Just because like right now we want to just focus on making the game better, improving it as a battle royale, and then we can start doing those ports. Just because like once we start porting, our ability to improve the game is going to really slow down. So yeah, it's definitely a possibility. And if we do it too, for the record, the game's fidelity won't be sacrificed on PC. We'll think of a way to do it so that it works on Quest and it works on PC separately. That's another discussion. Yeah, man, totally possible. We were talking about being able to loot other people's book bags. Oh yeah, so we'll add that at some point. I don't know how we're gonna do that. It'll either be you can like grab their book bag and look through it, or it'll just drop the stuff out. It'll be at some point, probably season 2. Maybe the mid-season update. We'll see. Does Quest really have 3 times the player base at PC VR? If it does, it's actually insane. I don't think that's true. I have to look up some numbers on that. If that is true, that's actually crazy. I don't think that is true, but I'll be honest with you guys. It's a weird thing because I'm personally much more interested in PC gaming because the specs. Like honestly, Virtual Battlegrounds as it is today does not run on Quest. It just does not. The game has to essentially be rebuilt. It's going to look really bad when we build it for Quest, just to be blunt. And that kind of bothers me. But I also recognize the fact that a lot of people don't have PC desktops, and there's a huge market on Quest. So because of that, yeah, it makes sense. Like, we'll make a version of Virtual Battlegrounds, and it's going to look really bad, but it'll run on Quest. So that'll probably be what we do. It won't be till next year, though, most likely when we do it. Damn, that's crazy. Onward went from 5 to 6 servers, 15 to 20. That's crazy. Wow. Good for them. And that's the thing, too, is like if we do it now, we won't be the first VR FPS to do it right. We'll be like the 5th or the 6th. I know, like I think Contractor's working on it. Onward's there already. Pavlov's there already. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit before we do it. I think we probably should. I know the one of the other Battle Royales is being worked on is going to have a Quest release as well. And that's cool. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll have to do some market research on Quest. If that's true, that's crazy. But it makes sense. It's a super accessible headset, right? We have the very best winning screen, right, with the victory falling down. That's funny. All right, so do you guys have any other questions for me? Let me know if you do. Throw them in the comments. I'll give everyone a few more minutes to throw more questions at me. And if there's any more, then I'll answer them. If not, we'll wrap it up here soon. So classic guns. We are planning on some classic guns, Soul Man. I'm not going to say which ones specifically. All I'm going to say is you might have named one or two of them. But yeah, we are planning on some classic guns. We want a wider array of pickups in the game. We think right now, like there's too much. It's like overlooting. Like you get too much good stuff immediately, and we want more loot variety. So like adding in some of these classic guns that might not be as overpowered, but are still like fun to play with. Like for example, a Kar 98K. Would be a great addition to the game, right? Because you can find more guns like that, and they're not as good, but hey, you got a gun, right? So, yeah, and vehicles are definitely considered. We are very much thinking about vehicles. I won't tell you when we're going to release them, but we are thinking about them, and I did promise them. So, and in 2017, when I was like talking to the Reddit community about the game I wanted to build, I was talking about the features I promised to build, and vehicles is one of them. So we got to do it at some point. Consider enlarging the map for vehicles. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. When we add vehicles, we'd consider enlarging the map. So the thing is, so we actually used to have the map really, really big. And I've talked about this before. The map used to be like 3 times as large as it is now. And it was actually really boring to play in. Now, maybe if we had like 100 players, it would be cool. But with like 20-ish players, it was really freaking boring, guys. Like you would like just running across the map half the time. And in VR, it's like really exaggerated when you are like alone and you can't do anything, like you're just running around. That's why we actually condensed the map to what it is. But we think when we add vehicles, we can enlarge it a bit more. Maybe increase the size of 30-40%. Maybe even one day double or triple the size again, right? Depending on the kind of stuff we add into the game and how many players we have. Maybe if we do like the quest sport, right, we can get those crazy player numbers. That'd be the time to consider it. But no, really right now though, the main thing is going to be improve the game, market the game, just the PC version for the holiday season. Aim to get the player counts back up for that, and then after that point, when we'd consider maybe a Quest or a PSVR port, right? Would be most likely after holiday season, maybe summer next year would probably be a good time to do it. Just depends. All right, any other questions, guys? Make a World War II event. No, that would actually be pretty cool if we add in the Kar 98K. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you saying that. So yeah, I'll give you guys 2 more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. I think I've already said that a couple times, but I just don't want to miss anyone. So. Thank you, Purple Mikey. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate all you guys too. Really, really genuinely do appreciate all you guys supporting the game. Like I've said this before, there's no way I'd be able to make this game without all you guys checking out the game and all the support you guys have given me. Really, really genuinely appreciate it. Ever think about retry like Warzone Gulag? I'm not gonna lie, I played like when I was playing Warzone the other day. I was in the Gulag. I was like, this is cool as shit. I wish we could do this in virtual battlegrounds. The team was kind of shot me down on it because it is like a lot to add, but it is definitely something that I'd consider. I don't think we do it anytime soon, but maybe after season 2, maybe sometime early next year we could talk about a Gulag respawn tags. So definitely respawn tags though. That's definitely going to be coming in soon. Weather condition considered? Yes. Yes, that is considered. I'm not going to say specific. I might have just had an issue. Am I still alive, by the way, guys? Okay, cool. So it just popped out for me. Okay, cool. Cool. I am live. I am alive, I think. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so weather conditions are considered. I think, yeah, we are definitely considering that. Yes, definitely. And that's something that'll be coming up pretty soon. So manual parachuting. Yes, and also manual parachuting. We did start working on that. It's pretty dope. I don't think it'll be in the mid-season update. Maybe it'll be in before season 2, probably. Probably be in before season 2. It might be in the mid-season update. We're working on it right now. It just matters if we can like QA it properly. All right, guys. I got time for one more question. One more question. I'm gonna roll out. And the manual parachuting is actually really dope. It's gonna be really cool once you drop that in. How's throwing physics? Oh, you know what? I haven't really touched throwing physics in a while. I've completely forgot about that system. It's definitely in the game, though. I think it's improved since you last checked it out, but that's it. Yeah, but that's it. Yeah. Oh, you have to check it out again. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. See you all later. Thank you for coming and checking us out. Add a Raptor head. That's Soul Man from Raptor Labs. What's up, dude? Yeah, man. I'll add a Raptor head in there for you, or a Raptor head in there for you, man. All right, see you guys later.